We are celebrating the 100th anniversary of the first ever international car rally. When he drove from Pekin to Paris, the object was to prove that the car could go anywhere, and it turned into a race with 5 competitors and was an extraordinary thing. It was like man going to the moon or the first flight of the Atlantic. It was a groundbreaking, shattering thing that had worldwide attention and was a massive incentive for car manufacturers to build proper cars, and it did a lot of good for motoring. So here we are 100 years later, and we have 130 cars who have gone through the Gobi Desert and crossed Mongolia right through the middle with no roads, dreadful conditions, have camped for 7 nights, we've had to cook for ourselves, no toilet facilities and no cooking, and very difficult to find fuel. We've had to bring in special fuel like the Paris-Dakar. We've had to make special arrangements for petrol, and we have here over 100 cars, which is fantastic. Cars are very tired, and we hope everybody now will be able to cruise down to Germany and get to Paris for a big celebration next Saturday. They've been driving very hard for 15,000 kilometers since well, nearly a month ago. So it's been the biggest long distance rally ever organised with 130 cars. It's been the biggest rally ever for pre-war cars. We have 80 cars that are made before the war, vintage cars. And it's the longest classic rally ever organised at 15,000 kilometres. And so we're feeling very proud right now to have so many cars still going.
Well, I'm from Germany. My name is Pitt Lindner, and I'm driving a Mercedes 200 Saloon. And we are first in the classic class, and we lead the classic class by about 30 minutes. Come here was very, very tough. We had in Poland also very, very tough stages, which were very difficult to drive. But we had a lot of luck, because once we came off the road and 10 Polish guys helped us to get the car out, and so we only lost about 4 minutes. Otherwise we would have lost the first place.
My name is Rick Brown. I am from the United States, New Hampshire. My navigator is Tom Stevenson from Canada. My car is a 1923 American-made Rolls-Royce Silver Ghost. I've been driving around the world. We are in the lead of the old car division. The Pioneer cars were in first place. We've had a lot of problems. We lost an alternator just outside of Beijing. We have a broken spring. We've lost 2 magnetos, but we now have a magneto working. We lost our lights in Mongolia, but they're now working. So we're in good shape to go first thing in the morning.
My name's Jonathan. I'm from England. I'm travelling with a very old friend of mine. The car is a 1907 Itala. It was built by an Italian company called Itala that actually went out of business in 1923. It's the same car, the original car that did the Pekin-Paris Rally in 1907, exactly the same car. We've travelled so far through China and Mongolia and Russia, Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, now into Poland. We've had a fantastic time. Except the biggest problem we had was the crankshaft and the engine broke, which is the thing that really drives the engine. So we tried to fix it in Mongolia. We couldn't fix the car in Mongolia. We didn't have time. So we shipped the car by truck to Russia, where I have a friend in the oil business there, and he helped us. And what's now in the car is a Volga engine and a Volga gearbox. So the only choice we had, because it was holiday time in Russia, the only choice we had was to buy a whole car. So we bought a Volga car from a scrap dealer and towed the car 40 kilometers to the garage, took the engine and gearbox out, and miraculously, and thank goodness, it now fits in the car. We had to make some adjustments to the transmission, which drive the wheels. We have no handbrake. We have a different gear stick. We now have a 5-speed gearbox, which was not available in 1907. And we're very happy to be here, and hopefully in 3 or 4 days' time we'll be in Paris.
My name's Stephen Byrne. I'm from England. The car's a Db6 Aston Martin, 1965. The car's been very good, but we've had a few problems along the way. In Mongolia, we broke our back axle and our half shaft. In Russia, we broke our head gasket and had to rebuild the engine. And in Latvia, our steering broke, which we repaired with a chain, and today we've just taken the chain away and put new steering on. So tonight we must go to another garage and work through the night. But apart from that, the car's been perfect.
Number 32, it's a 1926 Bentley 3 litre. It's a very original car, as you can see by the patina on the paintwork. It's quite original. It was lying in a barn since 1964. The Gobi Desert was very, very rough roads, but we had been warned they'd be rough, but they were, I think, rougher than a lot of people had expected. And we did have some problems there with shock absorbers, and we had a problem with the back axle at one stage, but we managed to get that fixed, and we were able to carry on a day or so later.
My name is Will van Gemert and I'm coming from the Netherlands together with my friend Johan de Zwart, who's also from the Netherlands. And we drive the smallest car on the rally. It's a single Le Mans. It's only a 1000cc engine. Most of the people didn't expect us to finish the race, even to get out of Mongolia because of the small car. But up till now everything is going great.
We're from New Zealand, and the car is a 1922 Rolls-Royce Silver Ghost. It was bought new into New Zealand in 1922 and has been there all its life. It had a new body fitted about 40 years ago. Other than that, everything is original, so it is everything is 85 years old. Very little has gone wrong. In the Gobi Desert we broke a spring, but that has been replaced. Other than that, no troubles, as you would expect a good Rolls-Royce to be.
This type of cars, on which you see several as the car here, the 90, the Buick 93, all these cars have been racing in Argentina since the year 1935. Because this type of races in Argentina were the first rally probably were done around the world. So we have very simple cars, very cheap cars. It's not like the Bentley that you have there that is very expensive, but they perform very well. So that's why we prepare and what we brought this car to this event. And these are called, the Chevys, are called Chevy Fangio Coupés. I don't know if you're aware that Fangio was a racer in Argentina. When he started racing in cars, he started racing in this type of events, but with Chevys, not with a Ford. But they are all cars, you know, all American cars until the 40s, because American cars after the 40s, they became too heavy and they were no good for racing. We had only one flat tire in Beijing, but it was with a clue, and we went through Mongolia, and up to here we haven't had a single flat tire, not even that. So we're very happy, which is very important.
My name is Kevin Clemons. I'm an international automotive journalist. We're driving in a 1929 Chrysler. It's a Chrysler Roadster. Chrysler had a long history of competition in the 20s and 30s. In fact, in 1929, they competed at Le Mans and finished in 3rd and 4th to the Bentleys. This has been a very difficult trip in a lot of ways. We've had a lot of mechanical problems. We've broken the rear spring twice. We've broken the engine mounts 3 times. We've broken shock absorbers. We've broken the steering system. And yet we're still here. It's largely due to the help that we've had along the way from different mechanics, different people who have really gone out of their way to make our trip more possible and more exciting.
This is a 1927 3-litre Bentley. We're from London, from England. The driver is from Switzerland, from Zurich. And we've obviously taken part in the rally. China was very easy, good roads in China. And then we headed into Mongolia. And nobody on the rally knew what Mongolia would be like and how tough it would be. Unfortunately, we damaged the car quite seriously in the desert. And we made it to the capital of Mongolia, Ulaanbaatar, where we had to hold up for 4 days waiting for parts to come from England. Once we finally got our bits, we had to catch the rally. So we were 3 days behind at this point, and we had to drive the car. We drove for 2 days and 1 night non-stop through the Gobi Desert and out into Russia. And we managed to catch the rally up and carry on with the rally. And since then, touch wood, no more problems. And we're very pleased to be here and to hopefully make it all the way to Paris. It's been a life-changing experience and certainly an epic adventure. The cars on the rally, every car has really suffered because of Mongolia. What a tough country, what a tough rally.